was Frank when I was
Okay, we are live.
Just kind of look around.
Okay, so we watched the last 2 week videos.
You did.
Lynn always dominated them. I said, we don't look too good.
Well, I
No,
tried
but
to
we
be
look like-
encouraging. He says I'm always negative. I said, try to be
Well,
encouraging now.
So it's like, especially on the Tango, I'd like to practice the big steps with you, because when I dance, we think, you demonstrate the big steps, and you show us dancing, and we're not taking big steps.
So when you do the tango, let's just go over like the tango walk, because it actually is a different technique than foxtrot or waltz. So when you do tango, to get that more staccato like, yeah. That little more of a staccato action.
Right.
So if you're walking forward, and I'll start with the left foot because the man does more of the walking forward. I lift the knee so that it lifts the heel off the floor, and I actually start to kind of take the toe out. You see how the toe's going out? And then there's like a snap. So I take the knee, snap, take the knee, snap, snap, snap. So that makes it more staccato.
Okay.
Right? And so I remember one of my coaches saying that it's a heel lead when you go forward, but it's like 90%, is how he said it, 90% a toe, and that last 10% that snaps. So instead of going like this, which is what I would do if I was going to walk forward in a foxtrot,
Right.
I would do that. I would swing it from the heel. But in tango, do you see how I have the toe in contact, and then just as I'm going to take the step,
Guess what?
I'm going to get that snap.
Guess what? My battery in that thing is
The microphone
the
battery?
microphone battery. So I need to.
Sneak around the bush.
Okay, we're live again.
So it has that sort of like creeping and not swinging.
Yeah, I don't move forward too much, but I do sometimes.
But now you do want to make sure that you don't keep the toe down the whole time and slide it. So just as I'm going to take a step, I flick it to a heel. So it does that little flip, 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 flip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So that's something that's different for this dance than all of the other
Yeah,
dances.
because I look at the way we dance and there's no energy to it, or it just kind of, really.
So if I just go slow, slow, quick, slow.
Yeah.
And that's okay when you first start off.
Yeah, right.
But if I'm going slow, quick, slow.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Dun.
You keep your knee.
And then you want to watch that you don't get like a little bounce in there. So if you think about, staying down, like you're in this room and the roof is lower. So you got to kind of stay down. So I'm going to stay down. My leg extends when I move, but as soon as I land on it, it flexes again, so I stay at the same level. Kind of like if you have a book on your head, right?
Okay, so why don't we each dance with you and practice both the big steps and getting that thing done? Because
And
I know
then-
it's a huge difference. When I dance with her, I think I'm taking a big step, and then when I dance with you, go, holy mackerel.
Well, ladies going backwards, let me just say how the ladies go backwards, or if the man does a step going backwards, he would do the same thing. You go this way. So when I step back, I'm going to roll the toe off the floor of the foot in front, and then I'm going to do, it's almost like if I played going forward backwards, played it in reverse, so I snap it in, move it back, snap it, move it back, snap it, move it back. So you can see that I have, now, I don't want to actually lift it, right? So when I snap it, I go from the heel in contact to the toe in contact. Where before I was going from the toe in contact to the heel in contact, right? So I'm just reversing that. Heel in contact, toe in contact, slide the toe back. Heel in contact, toe, take the step back. So there's that little flick in, move, flick, move, flick, move, flick, move. No? So that gives it more of the character of the dance, instead of just going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing.
yeah.
But, you know, we gotta start off that way,
Yeah.
right, just
Yeah.
by walking. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do some exercise with her,
Okay.
get her used to the big.
That, on that back, backing up. Okay, so back with the right foot,
Right.
right? Uh-huh. And you know what, when I do this little flick, if I come up here, there's a place where I get my leg out of the way, but then I wait to feel where he's going. So as I step back here, I do this flick. Yeah? Now, I actually am not gonna step back until I feel him go, then I'll go. Flick, then I go, flick, move, flick, move, flick, move. Yeah, yeah. So it gets the leg out of the way, but it doesn't commit me to go onto that foot until the man goes, so you're not kind of leading him. And you see where I am if I did it, let me do it across this way actually, because then you can see it on the camera. So right now, as I stand here, I have my right knee and your left knee dropping down, but the other knee kind of lifting up so that I'm ready to do that flick. Yeah, that's what they're- Now, if I just do a basic, Tango basic now, because that was just walks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do two slow ones, a quick one. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick. Now, see if you can do it without
Yeah.
kicking up,
Okay.
lifting it up.
Yeah. Keep my toe on the floor.
Yeah. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, down on your toes, sorry. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow. So you can feel it coming from the knee first, right, instead of from the foot first. You see the difference of that?
Yeah.
Your toes okay?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got bare toes. Okay.
Your turn now.
You ready to
Okay,
step in
I'll
there?
do some.
You want me to
Yeah, you
follow
can
it?
follow us.
Whoops, going up in the air.
Whoop. It dropped, huh? Okay. So you want to go across this way too, so you can see? I'll have you face that way, and we'll move across.
Ooh,
Whoa!
out of control.
Here, let me do this next one first. So we have, lift your left knee, and so you're going down into your right, and your left knee is going up. And then step, step, now, well, just do walks, yeah. Lift, 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 lift. Uh-huh. Now do a basic this
God,
time.
I don't know why I'm struggling just to walk.
You want to do that again?
Yeah.
Okay, just the walking. Walk, 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 walk.
Wait, I'm taking my steps wrong. I'm going toe and then, I'm not doing
The flick.
toe, flick. So,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Of course, I shouldn't be making that much noise, but.
Yeah, and it's coming through, do you see how you see the knee?
Yeah, see, I'm
then,
kind of stiff-legged when I do
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So I think making sure that the knee is lifting, then it's extending. Knee lift, extend. Knee lift, extend. Knee lift, extend. Yeah, different feeling though,
It
right?
is, yeah,
You can see it gives it more of that kind of like stocking. And it doesn't have body flight, Like if I was trying to do, you know, something like that that swings around.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that. It's level. And each step, it's a little bit more staccato, sort of stop and go. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, boy, it takes relearning because it's really a different thing.
Uh-huh. And there's more other techniques that we can work on, but that's really the first.
Especially the lifting the leg I find hard because the tendency is to just swing
Yeah.
the leg out. Not
So when
not
you
to-
swing, you
yeah.
don't see my knee.
Yeah, right.
You maybe see it right here, but
Right,
as soon
right,
as the
right.
foot starts to pass, it goes out. But in
Right.
tango, you see the knee, you see the knee, you see the knee, then you flick the foot. Yeah. Yeah. And remember that you can curve these walks. So I'm going to just curve a little bit. And as I curve, can you see how I almost go with the right toe in a little bit? So that's curving, right toe in. And then I got tighter and tighter on the curve. Or I can take it a little bit straighter if I want to. If I want to curve it, I curve the right foot and knee inward. And then make sure you use your
But
ankle.
I feel like I'm lazy when I do it, whereas you put more of a step to it.
Yeah, so what
And
happens
I'm just
is,
kind of going through
right
this,
before I
like,
take the step,
Yeah.
so I have it prepped, ready.
yeah.
Then I use my standing leg by rolling through the foot onto it.
Uh-huh.
On this one, I'm not really thinking as much of skimming the floor,
Okay.
but I am moving my body quickly into that
Uh-huh.
step. Boom. And then watch that.
Yeah, right.
So the knee's flexed, when I do this, it does extend all the way. And then when I go onto it, it flexes back in. And so that gives me the feeling, like I said, if you had a book on your head and you're wanting to stay at that same level.
Okay, so you're not necessarily straightening the legs at any time. What?
Just before I commit weight to it,
Yeah.
then it flexes again. So just before I commit weight. Mhm.
See, I'm still dragging my toe the whole way. I shouldn't be doing that, right?
Yeah, so if you're dragging, flick it to a heel, move on to it. Drag, flick, flick, and the flick also happens the same time I push from the standing foot.
Okay, the trailing foot does drag. That's okay. That's what I was.
Yeah, and see how I'm keeping the toe contact? Toe contact, heel. Toe contact, heel. Heel. Heel.
Oh boy.
We're
Just
on-
concentrating. It's
And it uses your legs a little bit.
Yeah,
more,
it
too.
does,
You're
yeah.
not used to that? Yeah. Now, if you did a basic, so I'm doing 2 slow steps. My third step is quicker, so it feels like a little bit more like a checking step, meaning I'm not gonna keep going forward. I'm gonna use that quick one to stop, move to the side, and then close. All right, so I progress, I check and close. Because that's a quick step and I'm not gonna continue forward.
right, right.
So it's slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so you get the feeling of
Yeah,
it.
right, right, right.
Mhm.
Okay. I think we're missing something. Okay, so let's try dancing together. I'll try to crash.
Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow. Yeah, not bad, but I do feel a little
Yeah,
bit,
it feels awkward.
and it might be because how you're holding here,
Yeah.
I feel a little bit
Uh-huh.
of this moving at me first. But what I want to feel is coming down from the hips in the center, this moving. Instead of, do you see I'm just a little bit coming from here?
It's a posture thing.
Yeah. So you can see my legs and this moving out first instead of.
Okay.
And when you reach your arms around, it's so easy to reach your body forward instead of reaching your arms without affecting your body position.
Okay.
So as you reach your arm, there you go. Yeah. And so it's knee, center.
I don't know why I feel like I'm sort of barely in balance.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm struggling.
That actually felt better though, but I do feel a little, I felt like you were up more, but you were kind of pulling me towards you.
I exaggerated too much there.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit too much. the other way, yeah. And now, yeah, there you go. Nice, that actually feels good. And we're maintaining contact too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
That's some of them, just
Yeah.
you can get the feel of what it's supposed to be like. It's really, I think that's the only way to learn this, because if Linda and I do it to each other, we will be missing half of the points, you know?
Yeah, when two people are still trying to learn.
Yeah, right.
differently.
Keep on practicing, so we can't practice.
Now, can you feel my leg right here on the
Yeah.
side? So you're gonna feel like more contact, like on the outside of your right leg, and actually on the inside of your left. You're gonna feel the outside of my right. Because our legs are closer together, legs are closer together. So go ahead and stand on this one. There you go. Drop your elbow just a bit. There you go. So you're gonna feel how you can kind of feel my leg moving you out of the way. Actually, that was the best you've done for sure, because I never stepped on your feet.
No,
At first, you were a little bit ahead of me, like you waited, and then you went just a little bit faster than me when you did go. But then I think it kind of slowed it down. Let me do the basic now with you. Because remembering that there's two slow steps. So here's the slow, slow, and this is check, because I'm not going to go that way anymore. Move, close. Slow, slow. Check, 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 move, close. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So we were close together, we had contact, and our timing was way better, where it felt like we were stepping in relationship to each other. Instead of you just trying to get out of my way, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, you and I try now.
Okay, here's the test. Fingers crossed.
Bend your knee.
Now, and be careful that you're not holding her to you. Because if you think about it, if she's got to move back and you're holding her tight, it's
Right.
hard to get that feeling that you can move out of the man's way. So relaxing this down, and then looking over this way. There you go.
Now you bend out his knee then.
Yep.
It's bent, they're both bent.
So
But
lift
it's
your
not
heel
there.
off
Am I
the
supposed to
floor.
be touching her leg right now?
Yeah, lift
Oh.
your heel up of your left foot only. Yeah. Do you see how now you have
Yeah.
contact? So then she can kind of start to feel when you start to move that leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Slow. Slow. Cool. Wait.
Cool.
And
I'm
so
ready.
you did slide your feet a bit, like
Yeah.
you did slide it,
Yeah.
slide, and then you're gonna slide right into her foot.
Uh,
Because if you do change to a heel and her foot's underneath her, you can kind of stop before you get all the way on her foot. But once you slide into her toes, then it's
okay, and I felt like I was crashing, I wasn't,
You crashing
yeah,
into
it
me?
was like,
Was I not moving
Yeah.
away
No, no.
fast enough?
Yeah, and be careful of holding her too tight to you. Are you feeling okay there? Is he tight on you? Okay, all right. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, slow. Go check and close. Walk, walk, check and close. Walk, walk, check and close. Much better. Walk, walk, check and close. Walk, walk, check and now. So Linda, you're a little bit, but you know what I think that it is that you're trying to turn your head a little bit too much to the left. Like if I'm doing this.
Yeah, okay, so I need to be looking over.
So for you, you're probably gonna look right about here because you can't really see so easily over his shoulder, so
Yeah.
right about in there with this,
Okay.
Oh, this is doing the basic is much harder than I realized because we're doing it wrong all the time and wrong and sloppily. You know,
Yeah.
so
You just haven't really worked on the
Yeah,
technical
yeah.
aspects of it yet, although, like I said, you kind of have to start it off. with
Yeah.
Start with something.
it
Yeah.
seems so simple.
You can't start with all the technique in the
Yeah,
beginning.
let me get my head right. Sorry.
Yeah, so not turned all the way to here where it starts to crunch towards your shoulder. Yeah, and then see if you can get, there you go. Do you see how much space
Yeah,
that you have? Yeah, that's it. Nice. Slow, slow.
Whoa.
Check and close. Slow. Knee goes first, Elliot. Check and close. Knee foot, check and close. Knee foot, check and close. Knee foot, and check and
Wow, it's exhausting to try to, because I'm stumbling around trying to keep my balance, trying not to step on your toe, trying to take a big step.
And then it's easy to forget to breathe.
Yeah, and then I hold
Then
my
you get
breath, I'm like,
exhausted.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, but that was nice.
That was
yeah,
good.
and you're doing something much more difficult by being that close
Yeah.
to each
Yeah.
other. You're way close to each other's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that.
Good thing we're married.
Yeah, right. yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
I know.
Well,
I can get my feet out of the way though. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right. There you go. That was good, Linda. Slow. And separate right here because it. Yeah. So I think both of you are kind of in a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. And then bring your elbow. Remember that you want this part under his arm. That's it. Right. So that. And you
Sure,
see
the
how.
camera was the other one, that's right.
Because we really don't want your fingers into his armpit. There you go. That's it. But we want it wrapped around on the back of his arm. Yeah. There you
Okay, ready?
go. Slow. And stand up a little bit better. There you go. Slow. Quick, slow. 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 Quick, 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 slow. Yeah, much better.
I think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need a drink of water here. This is hard work.
It is much harder, right? Because you're
Yeah.
just that much closer. And then you have to be more accurate. If you're further away, you can get by with a lot
A lot of
more.
mistakes,
you
yeah.
know, which you need that in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, all the Tango lessons we've taken and everything, I never had a clue that this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know, it just kind of,
Well, we took that one tango lesson from, I don't forget the guy's name.
yeah, but, yeah.
He was trying to get
He
us
was
to
trying to
do
get us
that.
to do some of that, but.
Was that in the,
That's essence.
Oh,
We
yes.
used
We
to
want a
buy that.
free dance lesson and,
yeah, that's right.
And,
That's right.
So it was.
Yeah, and it's hard because there's so much technique. You know, if you just have one lesson with somebody,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
where do you start? What do you give, you know, for information? Because there's so much.
but even, we've been doing Tango with you for a couple of weeks now, and then all of a sudden this kind of pops up and it's basic, but I understand you saying you gotta start with the bronze and then move
Right.
up. That kind
But
of-
it's you know, you gotta, like, right now in the beginning, you were interested in what steps do I know? And so you kind of, like, it's good to start technically correct right from the beginning, but people get a little bit overwhelmed with all the information.
And you get bored because you want to learn to do something.
Yeah, and it seems
People could have
like,
done this.
yeah, exactly.
But your ability
Exactly.
to do it is not.
Exactly.
So,
limited.
we can go
Would
back.
have just been frustrating.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to this a little bit, but we had some questions with just the double corte.
Yep.
So my question is this: go slow, and do I go straight back or do I go off to the side?
So the double corte is going to be a quick instead of a slow.
Okay. Quick. Do you just go quick? I mean, am I just like doing a break sort of like that, or the quick? Do I take a big
there's
step
no
back?
rushing. Like you would in foxtrot, slow.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying there's a brushing, but it goes quick. Okay, if I go
But-
quick, is my next step, is it back or is it just in place?
Yeah,
Is it quick, or is it quick?
yeah, so let me just do that once for the camera. So I would, and we did some turning on it, rotating, but if I did it without any rotation, I go forward, back.
Okay, you just take a step back.
Yeah.
Now, that was my question.
Instead of just going
Yeah.
right here, because a lady has to go back forward, and if you don't move your foot, she can't.
Because I looked at all the videos and I do take a back step, but it's a tiny one.
Mhm.
It's kind of quick, just a step
Yeah,
back
so
about a little bit.
This is it's again considered a checking action. So when you hear that word check, it means you're going one direction, stopping to go another.
Right.
So my first step is going to be much smaller. So the reason that your
I've been thinking
second
the
step,
too big a first step.
yeah. So if I go like this, I'm just
Yeah,
going to
right.
work just to get back to where I started.
Okay.
But if I go
Quick.
quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow.
Okay, good. See,
So you can see the back step, the corte was the biggest step.
Yeah.
This is smaller, faster, bigger. Smaller, faster, bigger. Right?
See, that's why I was screwed up, because I was thinking this huge first
Yeah.
step, and then I couldn't go very far back, so I go back a little bit.
You actually went forward with your
Yeah,
second
and then the
step.
corte, it's you're in the wrong position to do the corte then, you know. Whereas if you take a small first step, a bigger back step, and then the corte is much easier to
Yeah.
do. Okay, okay, let's see.
And it's easier to get the lady stopped, because if you move too much, she's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna keep going and kind of pull you into that next step.
Okay.
Refinement though.
Ready?
Quick, slow.
Okay. I'm supposed to point to the side, sort of,
And see if you can actually lift your heel off your right foot and turn your foot so it's into the inside edge. So let me have her step away for just a second. So when you do your rock step, quick, slow. Yep. So because I'm rotating, see how it rotates to the inside part of the foot. And then I go slow. Then I just repeat. Quick, slow. Slow, then tango close. Tango close.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's the beauty of looking at the videos, is I spot things in the videos
Yeah.
that raise questions in my mind.
Yep.
And when I'm just doing it, I'm just doing
And
it.
if you never saw yourself, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have that awareness.
Yeah.
So video is really useful.
So I was trying to compare, like, how do you do it, how am I doing it, and what's the difference in.
And what am I saying?
And it wasn't very clear from the video, because I thought I was thinking of quick side step.
Yeah.
But on the turn, you're doing that, you know.
But when you turn, you want to make sure that you don't do a side
Yeah.
step, because that's actually a different. If I do take my foot side, that's telling the lady I want her to go outside partner for a different pattern.
Okay.
So if I want her to go corte, I want her on this side of this foot. If I go to the side, it moves her to the side of my
Because
foot.
we had this argument, I said, I go to the side, she says, no, she goes straight, and then.
But when you start turning,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
momentum of the turn
Right.
tends to take your
Yeah.
foot out to the side if
Right,
you don't
right.
control it.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try both. We'll do a couple straight ones and then we'll do some rotating ones.
Okay. This right
Ready?
Quick, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow. Now, and if you watch yourself on the video, you're gonna see that you still took a pretty big step forward, and your second step actually moved forward too before you went back into that
Try that
corte.
again, because I didn't think I was doing that.
So smaller
Wait,
first
so
step.
let's go sideways so it's real clear
Yep.
what we're doing. Ready?
Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow.
Was I still taking the back step?
Yeah, that was
I mean,
better.
yeah.
That was better. But I think when you go forward, you tend to go like straight forward.
Uh-huh.
If you kind of
Okay.
turn, do you see what this is? Contra body.
Uh-huh.
So instead of
Yes.
going,
Oh,
it's
okay.
harder to
So
stop
you're-
yourself.
Your left foot is almost in front of your right
Quick,
foot.
Okay.
quick. And when you're turning, that makes the turn.
Yeah,
happen.
right.
But even when you're not turning, it's much easier to kind of stop,
Right,
stop,
okay.
forte.
See, this is, because I was never even trying to do that. I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Quick, quick.
Well, but then I'm trying to turn if I do that so much, so I don't want.
It does make you start the turn
Yeah,
feeling, but,
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to try to do it without turning. Wait.
okay, do it one time by yourself again,
Oh.
right? Because you still are, so if I stood right here on this side, and I'm gonna keep this shoulder from over this right foot so that when you go forward with your left, go ahead and go forward. Yeah. You see how I'm stopping you from moving? Go ahead and do it again.
Wait,
And then-
I'm not supposed to move? I just step my lower body goes forward, but my upper body stays there?
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
tend to
right,
move, and
right,
then it's
right.
hard to get back.
Right.
So, do you see how much, I'm not really going very far forward. Quick,
But it's
quick,
not
it's
your body.
backwards I wanna go.
Yeah.
Quick and back. Quick and back. Uh-huh.
Okay.
And if when you step forward, do you see how I'm actually going across, and that's called contra body, I'm stepping across, and step a little bit more in front of your right foot. Quick, quick, unwind. Yeah. Quick, quick, unwind. And even so, when you take this step, that's too big of a step, right? Quick. You see how your knees are,
Knees.
yep,
Yeah.
and forte. Quick, quick, slow. Or it's hard to get fast enough. Quick, quick is
Yeah.
2 beats, you're about 1, 2.
Okay, that's really helpful. Yeah, I can.
Quick, quick, slow. Slow, smaller. Quick, quick, slow. Let me do it with you one time. Put your training wheels on here.
Ready?
Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Yeah, so you barely moved on that, right?
Yeah.
And that's gonna really help when you
Oh,
do
yeah,
start
no, I
rotating
can
it.
see how that would help. Okay, ready?
Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow.
There's something awkward about the way we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. It doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, that was the best one I thought you did
Yeah,
so far
yeah,
though,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah, let me just look on this side too.
Wait, I don't feel like we're this way, but.
Turned out instead of closed.
Good now? Are
Is
you
this
okay?
feel okay? Okay, here we go.
Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Yeah, better. When you step back into your corte, do you see how this leg is straight? Yours kind of ends up
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit more there, so just getting a little bit more into that. Quick, quick, straighten the leg. Yeah. Quick, quick, straighten the leg. And hang down close.
That felt good.
That's much better.
It's better. It's better. That's still working.
And it'll be easy to rotate now.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
now let's try rotating.
Easier than, not easiest. So remembering to still keep your second step backwards because the rotation's
Yeah.
gonna pull it out to the side, but you don't want that.
Ready?
Forward, back. But, okay, so your second step kind of went forward.
Oh,
It
yeah.
went, instead of, yeah,
Oh,
and
okay, I
do you
got
see,
pivot forward.
yeah, it is a pivot action,
Uh,
keeping forward and back, do you see? And back, but I want to take that step. Oh,
Still
okay,
step
so
to the side.
I want it just to do the pivot part. Yeah, just do this pivot, forward and back, forward, back. So that was still sideways. Forward, back, So if I do, I'm just gonna do it out here in like a practice hold, step forward and move back. Step forward, move back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back.
That is
So
just
go
all natural.
forward, back, forte. Whoa.
Whoa, getting me dizzy here.
And move back. You see how I'm moving you back for that second step? Move back, that's it. That time it came forward, I was trying to move you back there. We did a lot of turning. But, yeah, and that's called a reverse turn, where the step that I was teaching in the foxtrot in class, we were doing turning to the right, which is actually a natural pivot. And this is a reverse pivot.
Practice that within the room. I need a break.
So I'm gonna go up, here, stand all the way on that one, that's it. Come forward, stand all the way there, and then forte. Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. So back, yeah, so you're going back, kind of sliding your left foot back. I want you to do, we're gonna just do the pivot part rotating too. So you're gonna go back with your right foot and leave your left foot right in front of your left hip. So right foot's back behind your right hip, left foot's forward in front of your, and now I'm not gonna let it move to the side. It's gonna stay there and I'm gonna keep turning. And it's forward and it's back, and it's forward and it's back, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Yeah, and now all you have to do is add back, forward, forte. So I'm gonna go back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forward. So you're gonna take your right foot forward. So if you do one back, we'll do it without turning first. One forward and a forte. And then repeat, back, forward, forte. Forte is a forward step.
Yeah,
So you went, you took a back step again. You just did another pivot.
yeah, okay.
So without any rotation first, you're gonna go back, forward, forward. Back, forward, forward. And tango close, tango close. Okay, do that one more time. So you're going right foot back, back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forte. Yeah, turn this a little bit more forward. You're going a little bit too much sideways on that, so turn your forward. That's it. And now, let's do it again. Back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forte. Back, forward, forte. And at the very end, we're going to do a tango close. Tango close. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're just going to do back, forward. So you see, you're not going forward. You're just going back, step down, instead of moving it forward. So going back, forward, forte, back, forward, forte, and the tango close. And we'll repeat it. Back, forward, forte, back, forward, forte, and tango close. Yeah.
Okay, now for the acid test. Can we do it? But this is great. To take turn. That's the way to learn. Because we just stumble together, the blind leading the blind.
Quick.
Oh, I too small back step.
Quick. slow. Quick, slow, slow. Quick, slow.
That's better.
Yeah, that was better.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
I still
wasn't
think
sure
that
if it was
urge
better
to
or not.
want to travel a little bit too much on the forward step,
Uh-huh.
right? Because you kind of end up taking that a little bit bigger than, so keep it casual and here's the big move when you go back.
It's going back, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the drama.
Yeah, the drama. Quick drama. Yeah.
Whoa, almost lost my balance.
Quick drama and out. Quick drama and out. A quick drama. Remember to turn, your right leg is gonna turn over so that the right
Uh-huh.
big toe is in contact.
Okay.
So when I step back, instead of going like this,
Uh-huh.
I actually get to turn that.
Okay.
And it feels like I'm anchored down to the floor with the inside of the big toe on the edge of the shoe there, of the right foot. Quick anchor. Uh-huh. Quick anchor. And a tango. Oops.
Oh, I'll do the triple.
Yeah. Yeah, so normally you'll do two of them.
Yeah, right,
And
right,
that
right.
makes it phrase two.
Yeah. Because I was so, the first time I was practicing, keep going, and
Yeah.
I arbitrarily.
You did a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get the feeling for
Yep.
doing that, so.
Yeah.
Well, which you could do, right? There's nothing really wrong with that.
Well, if you did it,
Except it gets you dizzy.
yeah, and then it'll, like, tango strongly phrases to 8 counts.
Yeah,
So it'll take you out of the
yeah, okay,
the
okay.
phrasing of it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
2 works really good with the music. Quick, slow, slow. Quick, slow, slow. A tango close. Slow, slow. Quick, slow, slow. A tango close. Yeah? How about a basic, because the way we were working on how we walked on the basic into the double corte,
Okay.
just to put those two together. So knee first, slow, quick, slow, quick, slow, slow, quick, slow, slow, quick, slow. Yeah,
Undo the,
that was a nice one. It
Yeah.
rotated nice and yeah.
undo the,
Oh, the other thing, the promenade with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try it.
starting where?
We'll start with the basic and we'll go through
Slow, slow, quick, slow, 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 quick, slow.
the.
Yeah, and we did the and slow, right?
Yeah,
So here's a little tip is that, just like that one move we did in the waltz where when I'm gonna bring her out, you know the one where we do in the waltz where I bring her out to the side? And if I brought the hand down, I have more control over, and it's easier for her to get to the other side of the hand. Same thing when I'm doing this promenade. If I have her go around this hand, you see, she can't. Yeah, so there's a few different ways that you can do it. If I'm gonna keep the hand up, I need to bring it close, or
But it
I
looks
can
awkward.
drop it down.
It looks awkward, I think it looks better drop.
It gives her more space, I think. I drop it down on that second step, and you see how I have more control at making sure that she doesn't get too far away. Yeah. So that's a good position where we ended up. So when I take the second step, so I take the first step in promenade, as my right foot for the man comes through, the left hand's gonna drop down. So that when I take that next step, she can rotate around the hand.
That we're gonna do.
One basic. Ready?
Slow, slow, quick, slow. Drop the hand down, drop it, and quick, slow. Oh, yeah, and so with your footwork, you're gonna do step, across, forward, side, in, out. Yeah. Slow, slow, a quick, quick, slow. Slow, drop the hand, slow. Forward, side, in, out. Go, come in first. So you were here and you kind of did
Yeah.
that. So just bring it right
Yeah.
next, in, out,
Okay.
yeah. I kind of go, like you got something on your shit. Slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Slow. Drop the hand, quick, quick, in, out. Slow, slow, and tango, close. That's better, yeah, yeah, yeah. Still more time to do it.
Like 5 minutes or so.
You wanna-
Yeah, so that in, out, you're gonna be your left foot's gonna already be out there, and you're just gonna bring it, yeah. And you can do it high, or you can tap it right next
Yeah, I
to
think
the
that's
other.
how it looks nice.
Yeah. And then just make sure though that you're not putting any weight on it. You're just touching, touch, 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 touch. Yeah.
So let's
And you're
just,
doing the same thing, opposite foot.
let's try the thing that you were saying the last time. We'll do the
Oh, yeah.
rotating corte, and then we'll go into the promenade.
Yeah.
And,
So when you finish the rotating, so if I did the basic this way, and then I did the rotating corte to here, to here, and then I can just go to promenade after, right? Yeah. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow.
Oh, wait, wrong step.
Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, tango, promenade, slow. Drop the hand, quick, quick, in, out, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow,
Repeat.
slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Slow, tango, promenade, slow, drop the hand, and tango, yeah, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, yeah, very good.
I felt like I was losing a few of the little footwork things as I was going, but.
Right, it's hard to keep everything in your
Yeah.
mind.
So the last few minutes, let's go over the quick step again.
Okay. Mhm.
So, I guess we start here and we go. Where do we start? We start here.
So, yeah, you better start
Yeah.
there, yeah. So then you got the long floor. And I'd probably start back this way even a little bit more so you have that space, yeah. Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow lock, quick, quick, slow, natural hesitation, slow, 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 slow. Chassé right, slow, quick, quick, back lock, slow, and then running finish, quick, quick, slow. So on the back lock.
No, the back, I ended up the wrong foot, that's supposed to be this way, so.
In the back lock, you're gonna be, outside partner, because when you do the chassé to the right, if I borrow you from here, the chassé to the right, you're gonna step forward for slow, quick, quick, slow. Now I'm outside partner, right? So we turn that to outside partner. So the back lock, forward for the lady, is gonna happen with my foot going on the outside lock and now. Then I stay on the outside for the running finish. You do back side forward, back side forward. Now we start all over except in outside partner position.
Wait, this, go back here is outside partner? Right
Just
here.
the first step,
Oh,
actually.
but not here, here where,
So when you come forward here, you go outside with your right foot, and then I step towards you. And then we go outside again for the lock.
Okay. Okay.
Get started
Yeah,
again.
that's good.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, here comes the lock, slow, quick, quick, slow, natural hesitation, quick, quick. 1 slow, 2 slows, 3 slows, 4, chasse right. So outside partner, lock, quick, quick, running finish, slow.
That's where I get mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between the back lock and the
Running
front
finish, yeah.
is where we
So let's do the back lock again. Okay. So you're gonna go back and left, back, back, cross, back. Okay. Now the running finish is for you, back, side, forward. And your side step actually goes between my feet. I go forward, side, back. So you go back, side, forward.
Okay.
And when you take that, so you're backing into this corner. When I take the side step back, do you see how it points into the corner of my new line of dance? And now that took me right around from backing that way to going forward this way. So then I can connect it and start all over. So the back lock to the running finish we do. So slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, then slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, back lock, slow. Whoop, there one more step.
Okay, so
Slow, quick.
Oh, so right away is the back lock, so slow, quick.
Quick, slow. Then here comes your running finish.
Oh, so the back lock is slow, quick, quick, slow. Because I was worried I either dropped out one step or I added one too many steps.
Yeah, so when you do the chasse to the right,
Yeah.
this is slow, quick, quick, slow.
Okay.
So there's one slow. Now here's another slow. Slow, quick, quick, slow. Then slow,
Between your
quick,
feet.
quick.
Okay, good. Got it now.
Yep.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Here comes the lock. Quick, quick, natural. Quick, quick, slow, 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 slow. Chasse. Quick, quick, lock. Slow, quick, quick, running finish. Slow, quick, quick, start over. Now, okay, so I talked to you about your part, Ellie, but Linda, I didn't talk to you about your part.
So it's just to go side, forward, side, back.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is the lady has to keep looking over here, because it's easy, because if we're turning this way, it's easy for you to look into promenade. So you're gonna keep your head on that side as you go forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. Do you see how you just stayed right there instead of turning to there?
That's what I have to
Yeah.
go there and
So-
think, why am I going this way? It must be
And
this
so
way.
the man has to be really careful not to push you with that hand, because it does turn you to promenade. So we're gonna go for the lock, so you're gonna step forward with your right foot, and we're gonna do slow lock, quick, quick, slow. Then the running finish, slow, quick, quick. Now I'm gonna start over, but outside partner. Step, side together, forward, forward, side together, back, back, lock, step, back. Yeah, you can see how it connects.
Okay.
So you have to just make sure that there's nothing in this whole pattern where you turn your head to the
No.
right, in this whole
Right.
group of patterns, yeah.
I think we can do it this time.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, slow. Whoa, you did your lock too soon.
I locked this too.
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, okay, now, when do I lock, when do I lock?
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta start all over. Because we gotta, slow, slow, quick, quick.
So the thing to remember, if you're doing a
The locks are
lock,
always on quick, quick, right?
always on the quick, quick, and if I'm going forward, the right foot is always crossing behind.
Yeah.
If if I'm going back, the left foot's always crossing behind. So it's the same position, right? That you're crossed with the left, but if I'm going this way or this way,
Yeah.
it's the same cross. You're just moving it in a different direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. That was a lot. Slow, quick, quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. Here's a lot. Quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Starting over. Yeah, that was right.
I was right.
What?
Wait. I already was here, so I have to go.
What, let's start again, because she just changed feet now. So go back with your left foot.
So right after the ending,
Yeah.
this foot is forward, so.
Slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, lock, quick, quick, running finish, slow, quick, quick, starting over.
Did I go back and, did I do it?
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, but I was ready to go, it seemed like you weren't ready to start over.
Oh, okay, did
Yeah.
she stop
Yeah,
there?
yeah, she
Oh,
stopped,
okay.
and I was ready to go,
I
but
thought
we
you
made it.
Okay, we did.
Okay, I think that's good.
And that running finish
Yeah.
is the trickiest step.
Yeah. Well, that was good, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we
and-
did.
And we picked up a lot of stuff we didn't know.